Hey, how's it going, Anita? My name is Jack here with Mr. and Mrs. Leeds. Thanks for trying out the site auditor. I hope you got some insight out of that. I wanted to follow up here with a video analysis of your website to kind of take a further look into your website as a search marketer and provide some further insight as to what's been working out in terms of SEO. Maybe a kind of brief synopsis about how SEO works and how we go about ranking you for all the keywords we want to capture, all right? So without further ado, let me go ahead and get started. The first thing I did was I pulled up your website here in a tool called Ahrefs. Ahrefs allows search marketers like myself to look at the metrics of a website and see what's been working for you. And so what I can see right off the bat is you just don't have a lot of referring domains and backlinks, which is going to affect how authoritative your website is. So in Google's eyes right now, you're not very authoritative, and authority in turn is a very important metric that basically determines how quickly you rank for the keywords you want to rank for and how highly you rank for it. Now there's other nuances, there's other things that are involved in building the authority on your website and obviously rankings and things like that, but it's a good way to look at it. And so in case you didn't know what a backlink or referring domain is, it's basically any website out there in the internet that basically links back to your website via a hyperlink. And so if there, for example, if there is a blog out there that's called the decisionmakingblog.com, and in that post they mention your website and they say, hey, if you're looking for personal coaching or helping make decisions, visit thinkable.com, right? And then if the person clicked on that link, it would direct them to your website. And so actually Google tracks all these different links that point back to your website, and they use that information to determine how authoritative your website is, because it's like a very good trust factor, right? So in Google's eyes, you're the kind of website, if you get a lot of these backlinks to your website, you're the kind of website that other websites like to talk about because they're linking back to your website. And you're the kind of website that other websites like to refer their visitors over to because they're saying, hey, go check this person out, go check this website out. And so in Google's eyes, it's a very good trust signal, and that in turn helps build the authority on your website. And like I said, authority affects your rankings. And so it's just very important that you have a lot more of these websites pointing back to your website. The fact that you're sitting at about 4 referring domains on 7 backlinks is just not going to cut it. We need to shoot for about 300 to 400 referring domains on about 1,000 to 3,000 backlinks, especially when you're going after keywords that have that are national phrases, right? Because you're not specifically doing personal coaching and that kind of thing for the local area that you serve. It's for the entire United States, unless I'm not understanding your business model completely. But because of that, you're just going to have a lot more competition. You think about how many personal coaches out there have a website, and then I mean, what percentage of those actually are doing SEO work, and then you start running into some competition for sure. And the fact that we're just at 4 and 7 is just not enough, and we need to bump that up. And this is something we would absolutely help you with to build the authority. Our job as SEO is to make you rank higher for all the keywords we want to go after, right? And doing those links and things like that and building the authority on your website is definitely something we do. Let's take a look and see maybe what kind of keywords you might be ranked for right now. So it looks like local choices, you rank number 4th for that. Transparent group of people, 1. Schedule is packed, teens make. And so not a lot of keywords that we want to rank for. Here I put in this phrase decision making into the keywords explorer to see kind of what kind of metrics that we can see and what other related keywords we could find. So you can see right here, these are high competition ones. I can see that by the high keyword difficulty right here, 100 being the hardest. But if you look right here, this number 6, it only has a keyword difficulty of 6, still gets 3,100 searches per month for the phrase ethical decision making. And so that might be a great phrase for us to go after and start ranking you for that, because we can absolutely rank you for the phrase like decision making, but it's one of those things that it's going to take time for us to rank you, because with a keyword difficulty of 63, you know, there are people out there that have been investing into their SEO campaign for months or even years. And so it's harder for us to rank for these kinds of things. But the lower competition, like what we call basically lower hanging fruit, this only has a keyword difficulty of 6, which is very possible for us to rank in a few months, and it's still getting 3,100 searches per month. And so that's essentially how we would go about ranking you. So we would go and do some keyword research, grab about 5 to 10 keywords that we want to go after, hit it up with that have decent amount of search volume and low competition, and start ranking you for that. And so kind of the process, the methodology that we go about like specifically ranking for the keywords we want to go after is something like this. So essentially what we do is we build out a page specifically targeting that keyword. And so do you see right here, thinkofall.com/social work? This page right here is what we call an inner page of your website. So it's not on the home page, but it's a page that's dedicated to a specific topic that you're talking about. And so that's essentially what we would do if we want to go after this keyword. If we want to go after this phrase ethical decision making, what I'd do is I would build out a page that says thinkofall.com/ethical-decision-making. That way, Google knows exactly what keywords you want to go after, and then the page itself will have content that's related to ethical decision making. And then talk about that. That way, Google's going to give you credit for that keyword, and then along with the authority that we're building on your website by linking to the home page, as well as those inner pages, it just works phenomenally well because Google recognizes exactly what the website is about and exactly what keyword you want to rank for. And that's essentially what our job as SEO people are. Anyone that's worth their grain of salt basically knows exactly anyone that's worth the grain of salt, basically, we go out there and we do two things. We make it as easy as possible for Google to understand what your website is about, and then two, so that Google knows exactly what keyword you want to go after, right? And so that's exactly what we do. I mean, I guess the third thing is making sure that you don't have any negative elements that are affecting your rankings negatively. So let's say, believe it or not, if you have too much of the keyword that you want to go after in your content, Google's going to think that it's spammy, and then they're going to actually negatively impact your rankings. Along with things like if you don't have the correct meta keywords, meta tags, if you're not interlinking to your inner pages, if you don't have enough content on your homepage, which I can see right off the bat, and a few other things. And so a lot of other things that we can do. The other thing I would like to fix with your website is to increase your conversion rates, right? So if you have 100 people visiting your website and you're only converting one of them, we want to try and shoot for about closer to 3 to 4. Right? And that's just gonna, I mean, your income's literally gonna go up by 3 times to 4 times just by doing our conversion rate optimization stuff. And some of the things that I would clean up is basically maybe just having like an opt-in form right here, because right now the only way that people can really contact you is by hitting this contact page and then filling this out. But not a lot of people, especially on their phones, are doing that these days. And what you want to do is just have a contact us page, right? Contact form right here. So if they have any questions, they can do that. Boom, 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 and sign that up. This right here is a great area right here. I would make it a little bit more front and center as like part of its own area, and then have a big image right here of this book right here. Have a better call to action and click sign up now, right? So it's a clear call to action, and you can start getting them to the ebook and then start going through the funnel, right? Where you start with the free ebook, have them sign up for the newsletter, and then from there follow up with a course or speaking engagement, that kind of thing. And then that's just going to help you increase your conversion rates and more sales that way. So a lot of different options, a lot of different angles that we can take this. I would love to just kind of talk to you further about what you're looking to do with the website, what kind of business you're looking to do. Like if you're trying to grow out like the workshops area, we could focus on that. If you're looking at the coaching consultant side for businesses, we could look at that angle as well. I just want to know more about what you're looking to do with the website. So I'd kind of ask you some questions like what your time frame is, how long you've been going at this, what your marketing budget is, whatever, and just kind of put a plan of attack together, and then go ahead and get started on this immediately, because we can improve your rankings very quickly, because there's a lot of keywords that have low difficulty, and we're very confident in our abilities to be able to do that for you. So hope that helps, Anita. At the very least, I hope you got some insight out of it, and I would look forward to talking to you soon. So appreciate it, and have a great rest of your day and week. All right, thank you.